Alright guys, here's the K6-l. It's a little muddy, don't mind all the mud. Just got back from reaming it. I'm probably going to clean this after the video, but just showing the current condition of it. I'll show you right there, got 1100 miles on it. Today I'm going to be showing you all of the system settings with the K6-l and the common sine wave controller. Alright, to start, all you have to do, take these two buttons right here, the minus and the plus, hold those in, it'll pull this up. This is basically your tuning menu. This is how you mess with your settings on your bike. Some you can mess with, some I wouldn't mess with at all. To start, this will be your brightness. So for typically in daytime rides, I would keep this at 3, just because it's, you know what I mean, it will cut glare. If you ride during the nighttime, I would actually take that number right there and put that to 1, like so, and that will decrease glare at nighttime rides and make it easier for you to pay attention to what you're doing. Okay, this is P02. This will be your distance setting. I have mine set to miles an hour. If you put it to 0, that would be kilometers an hour. For 3, that will be your voltage setting. Do not change this unless you get another battery. This will be your sleep timer. P04 will be your sleep timer. I have mine set to 60 just for this example, but I usually leave it on somewhere around 5 so that way it doesn't go dead if I go into the gas station or something. It usually helps with the battery on long rides. For 5, this is your pedal assist gear. So this determines how smooth and or powerful your transition is between gears. So for example, if I have it in 1, it'll only go to 5. If I have it on 2, it'll probably go to 15 miles an hour. Whereas if you have it set to this, you have less power control. So 1, you could probably do 20, 2, 25, and then 3, 30. That's just for an example. You have less control over the gearing, so to speak. Okay, this is P06. This would be your tire diameter. If your speedometer's off or it's reading off, you think, make sure this is set to 20, like so. That would help with your readings and stuff to make sure they're accurate as possible. For number 7, this is just for magnets. Do not mess with this. For number 8, this was actually your speed limiter. I'm certain mine goes to 62. Yeah, it goes to 62. Some models actually go to 100, and therefore you can unlock them. This one goes to 62. The lower number you have it, the slower the bike will be, so to speak. It will cut power a lot sooner than if you have it at 62. For example, if I have it at 5 or 6, it's going to stop a lot sooner than if I have it on 62. I'm not saying the bike does 62 miles an hour, but the motor will cut out a lot sooner the lower the number. Okay, this is your start mode. I have mine at 0, which allows me to use the throttle to take off instead of using the pedals. If you use, I'll show you right here. If you put it to 1, that means that you have to pedal before the bike actually takes off. And if you put it on 0, that means that you can just use the throttle to take off. Okay, so for this one is actually your drive mode. I have mine set to 0 too, as you can see. That means that I have throttle and pedals. If you have that set to 1, that is throttle only. So you have this to 1, that would be your throttle only. If you have it set to 0, that would mean that it is pedals only. So that would mean that you can only pedal. The throttle will not do anything. So if you want throttle and pedals, make sure that's on 2. If you want just the pedals, put it on 0. And if you want throttle only, make sure it's on 1. Okay. P11, and you can see that. This will be your pedal assist sensitivity. So this determines how fast the motor actually kicks in when you pedal. Usually 1 to 3 means it kicks in almost instantly. The higher the number, the slower the lag, so to speak. That means that it would be slower to turn the motor on for you. Okay, so for P14, this will be your amp setting. Don't mess with this unless you know exactly what you're doing. Messing with this could create catastrophic damage and even catch something on fire if you ride it long enough and do not pay attention to what the bike's doing. I would definitely leave this alone unless you know exactly what you're doing. Okay, this is the low voltage cutoff, P15. I have mine set to 39. I think the bike comes with a 43 volt setting. Usually around 41 to 42 is where I keep this. Do not mess with this too much. This protects your motor, your battery, and your controller, and ensures no damage occurs. It actually shuts the battery off if it detects damage or if the voltage set gets too low. Okay, this is the odometer reset. So all you have to do is come over here, hold that plus button while the menu is like that, and it will reset your mileage. That's just for if you want to wipe your mileage off of your bike. Okay, this will be your cruise control. If you have it set to 01, that means it's on. If you have that number set to 0, that means it's off. All you have to do, hold your throttle steady for 5 seconds, and hold this minus button right here until a little sign comes on, usually right there, and that will mean that your cruise control is on. As for P18, this is just for speed accuracy. 0 is the default, 1 is if it's reading erratic or the speedometer is off. I also wanted to go over more of the technical stuff at the end of the video. If you actually change this, it does not do a single thing. All it does is misreads your actual battery level. So your battery could be, I'll show you right here. Your battery could be full, but on the bar that's up here when your bike's on, it could be at 2 or 3 bars and it'd be reading wrong. When you have a full battery, it'd be saying that it's dead. So please don't change that, leave that alone unless you have another battery.